This is one section of my 7-part fingerstyle guitar jumpstart course. This course is going to take you from knowing absolutely nothing about fingerstyle guitar to playing your first piece using fingerstyle technique. Now, before we get started, you're going to need the tablatures. Each one of these 7 sections has tabs, and I definitely want you to have those. So what I've done is I've created a free course guide for you to download. It's got links to all the video lessons and all the tablatures that you're going to need. So check the video and check the description for the link so you can download those tablatures. All right. Welcome to Lesson 1. In this lesson, we're going to talk about some basics. I like to call this the lay of the land. We're going to learn what the fingers are called and where they're going to play on the guitar. This is going to help me communicate things throughout the lesson to you. This is sort of universal guitar speak. Okay, so let's look at the left hand. That's the hand that plays chords. These fingers are numbered, okay? This is pretty easy. Index finger is number 1. Middle finger is number 2. Ring finger is number 3. See? Fourth finger, pinky, is number 4. Got it? All right. Next, we're going to talk about the right hand. Each of the fingers has a name, except these are going to be labeled with letters instead of numbers. So if you look at the right hand, the thumb is given the letter P. And if I'm not mistaken, it's for the word pulgar, which in Italian means thumbs. Thumb is P. Index, the first finger, is I. Middle finger, M. And now the ring finger, third one, is called A, the letter A. In Italian, annular means ring. So P-I-M-A. And we usually don't use the pinky for plucking on the guitar, although you probably could. Sometimes we'll rest the pinky on the top of the guitar. Sometimes we won't. Quick review, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. P-I-M-A. All right, let's talk about the strings for a minute. Usually when we play the guitar, the fatter strings are closer to our face, and the thinner strings are closer to the floor. So there's a couple different ways we can talk about the strings, and we got to know both, actually. So we're going to give them numbers. The lowest one is 6. Next one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because the guitar has 6 strings. If you're unsure about that, just think of clothes sizes, like a size 6 would be bigger than a size 1. That way you know the 6th string is the fat string and the 1 string is the skinny string, or the 6th and the 1st string. Another way that we talk about the strings is we just call them the letter notes that they are. And you don't have to worry about that yet, but it would sure be great if you could memorize this. As we will be talking about notes and chords. It's E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay? E, A, D, G, B, E. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's worth noting your top and bottom strings, the sixth and first string, are the same note. So if you play those up the neck in a fret, they're going to be the same note no matter where you are. When they're open, they are both E's. Hey, sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to let you know real quick, in case you want to really take your guitar playing to the next level and take lessons with me directly, you can check out studywithadam.com free for 14 days. There's all sorts of cool stuff in there that's exclusive content, lessons for my solo arrangements, improvisation lessons, a great community. Plus, you can even upload videos and I'll watch them. So be sure to check it out. It's free for 14 days, studywithadam.com. Okay, let's go back to the lesson. All right, let's talk quickly about tuning the guitar. I don't want to take too long with this section, so I'm going to go pretty fast. I highly suggest buying a digital guitar tuner at a music store or either online. I'm sure Amazon's got them, or your favorite music dealer. They make things really easy. You can clip them onto your guitar, and there's a little needle that shows you if each string is in tune. Okay? Another way you can do that is with your smartphone. There are several guitar tuner apps. I say just grab a free one. I have a cheap free one that I use quite often. I'm going to demonstrate for you right now very quickly the way to tune the guitar if you don't have a device to help you tune it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go super fast, and if you already know how to tune the guitar, you can feel free to skip this section. Okay, so we're going to play the sixth string, E, open, and we're going to try to get that as close to an E as possible. Next, we play the sixth string at the fifth fret, and the fifth string open should match it. As you can hear, mine match pretty good. That's the sixth, that's the fifth. If they were out of tune, it might sound like this. Almost sounds like something is buzzing. Frequencies are buzzing. And you really have to listen closely, because if you hear a wave going wow, 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 it means it's still out of tune. That sounds pretty good. Okay, so I've fretted the sixth string and matched it to the fifth string open. We're going to do that on several strings now. We're going to keep doing that pattern. So you're going to play the fifth string at the fifth fret and see if it matches the open fourth. Those two sound pretty good. Play the fourth string at the fifth fret, and it should match the third string open. That needs to come up. Now, when we get to the third string, we're going to play it at the fourth fret, actually. And that should match the second string open. That's our one exception. When we're playing the third string, play it at the fourth fret. And then when we play the second string, we're back at the fifth fret. And when I get all those notes to match, that means the guitar is pretty much in tune. All right, let's talk a little bit about how to read tablature. Tablature is a type of guitar notation which is almost like a picture. There are 6 lines going horizontally, and those represent the guitar strings. The highest of the 6 lines is the high E string, and the lowest of the 6 lines is the low E string. Okay, so low to high, but it might feel flipped because when you're sitting with the guitar, the low string is closest to your face, but on the page, the low string is the lowest one. Okay, so you've got to keep that in mind. All right, so if we play an open string where we're not pushing anything with the left hand, that's called an open string, that's going to appear as an O on that top string in the tablature. Okay, that's what O means. Now, if we needed to play a note on the first fret, we would see a 1 in the tablature. So for example, this note is on the first string, first fret, so we're going to push down right there. Okay? And now if we wanted to indicate the third fret first string, we would have a number 3. Now while I'm doing this, I want to point something out to you. Look at my left hand. I'm trying to get right up behind the metal. That's going to give me the best sound. If I'm away from the metal, you see how I'm away from it? I get a buzz. So, and what happens is a lot of people just want to push harder when they get a buzz. But the trick is get right up behind the metal and that buzz will go away. Another thing you're going to see along the way on your guitar journey are chord diagrams. These are similar to tabs because they show you visually where to put your fingers, but they're still a little bit different. So I'll explain. And if this is all seeming confusing, don't worry. It's going to get easier and easier the more you see this stuff. So just follow along and do your best. Now, when you see a chord diagram, we see a grid. And that grid is actually meant to represent, I'm going to put it in the left-hand camera, the guitar in this position. So the strings from left to right are the sixth, they're the vertical lines, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those are the up and down vertical lines going left to right. And then the frets, the lines you see going horizontally, are actually the metal frets. So if you look at this A7 chord I'm going to flash on your screen, it means that we have to play the second string at the second fret, which is right there, and the fourth string at the second fret right there. Okay? And sometimes, as you see in this picture, the circles where your fingers, the tips of your fingers are pushing, sometimes they have numbers in them. So what this chart right here is trying to show you is that the third finger plays the second string, the second finger plays the fourth string, and if you look, you'll see an X up at the top on the sixth string. It means don't play that string. So that is an A7 chord. Okay? And if you look, I've written the exact same chord as tablature. So it's two ways to write the same thing. Sometimes, though, in songbooks, chord diagrams are a lot more convenient than writing out tablature. I remember when I was learning Beatles songs as a kid, it had chord diagrams in the songbook. All righty, congratulations. You made it through lesson 1. I know that today was a lot of information and not a lot of playing, but we really needed to do this so that we can communicate about the fingers, the strings, the frets, and all that. Tomorrow, we are going to start playing a 12-bar blues, so get ready. I can't wait to see you for tomorrow's lesson. All right. You've just finished one section of my 7-part fingerstyle guitar jumpstart course. Now, each one of these 7 parts has a corresponding tablature. Plus, at the end, you're going to learn and be able to play my original guitar piece, The Boom Chick Blues. but you're going to need the tablatures in order to do that. So what I've done is I've created a course guide for you to download. All you need to do is look in the video or in the description below, click the link to download the free course guide with all of the corresponding tablatures. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you in the lessons.